this weekend. So we had FP1 at, local time for me, 4:30 in the morning, a few hours ago. And now we go straight into the shootout for the sprint race tomorrow. Then tomorrow is the sprint race, again, 4 a.m. UK time. And then after that, later in the afternoon, is qualifying for the actual race on Sunday. So you go FP1, sprint quali, sprint, normal quali, race. So basically they had 1 hour of practice, which was slightly disturbed by a fire on the side of the circuit. And then they've got to now just crack on. So whichever team's got the balance of their cars right, then they're going to do better. Interestingly, though, there is one important thing. The Parc Ferme has changed. So now, at the start of sprint qualifying and the sprint race, that's one Parc Ferme. Then they can change things on their car. And then the second Parc Ferme starts at the beginning of normal qualifying and covers the race. So if after the sprint they decide, actually, we need to change a load of stuff because we're not happy, they can do that without punishment for the second Parc Ferme, which is good. Morning, Bosch. Good morning. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting session. I mean, Max looked strong, but at the end, there was some really good laps from other teams on the softs. You know, and it is, you know, in theory, anything can happen. So we'll keep an eye on it. But I think Max is probably still, you know, the most likely to get pole, isn't he? Let's be honest. I'll put the YouTube stream up here for anyone on Twitch that wants to watch it. It is still quite early. It's not 4 a.m. early, but it's early, so I appreciate that. For some reason, on my main PC, I can't pin a message in my chat. I have to go onto my streaming PC. It just doesn't work. That's really bizarre. Might have to log in and log out or something. Anywho. Morning, Tom. I'm gonna put the broadcast on now just to see what's diddling. Oh, thank you very much, Tom.
Apparently, you were doing something right, Captain.
I appreciate you very much. Thank you for the 38 months. So yeah, what's going to happen for sprint quali? Don't kid yourself, Max Verstappen's going to get up. To be honest, it doesn't even matter if Max gets pole position, doesn't it? He'll win the sprint anyway. So it's kind of a, you know. Lewis Hamilton was on the radio to Bono saying that the car's bad. So that was definitely on your bingo card. If you had to pick a bingo card, you know, an option for a bingo card, that would be right up there. Car's shit, mate. Yep, it is. Yes, it is. Also, sidebar, but it's good news. This is now the last early race until Vegas. And Vegas isn't until November. So we've basically, for UK people, we're certainly not hard done by when you consider the fact that if you're an American fan, every race is early AM for you. But for Europe, and specifically the UK, we've had all the early races pretty much in one go. Australia, Japan, China, they're the ones that are all the early races for us. And they've got later every time. So it was like 3 a.m. and then 4 a.m., 5 a.m. And now it's 8 a.m. for the Grand Prix on Sunday. Obviously the sprints makes it a little bit earlier, but then every other race is normal or late evening, because like Miami, Canada, that sort of thing, late in the evening. But we've got like a huge then run of normal races until you get to Vegas, which is obviously early morning. So I suppose we're lucky, really. Just got rid of them all the early starts in one go. So can't be mad. Can't be mad. I watched, I skimmed past FP1 because I didn't actually watch it live, but my biggest takeaway was the track's definitely low grip. There's no doubt about that. And honestly, even in FP1 doing quali runs, I don't think they were anywhere near what they're capable of. But, you know, there's a lot of... the track's green, dirty. So... Someone posted on one of my videos that China should be removed from the calendar. I was like, mate, we've only just gone back there. I did ask why they think that. Morning, Eddie. Okay, I've just read his reply. It's absolute nonsense. So Mercedes didn't do a qualifying lap. They just went out on the hards in FP1. No Martin Brundle again. His son's there for Formula One. Alex Brundle's there for Formula One, but Martin is not there again. I guess basically he said he doesn't want to do a lot of the flyaway races like the China. You know, I don't think he was in Australia. Hey, Alfie. Sports. Wait, is it raining? They've got raincoats on. Yeah, honestly, a lot of the teams did very little in FB1. Some of them trundled around without really getting any proper laps in. Absolute unknown going into sprint quali. Honestly, I think there's a very good chance that some teams will treat this session and then the sprint as just learning. Because, like I say, the Parc Ferme changes for this weekend. There's basically a Parc Ferme for the sprint between qualifying and the sprint quali and then the sprint. And then there's another Parc Ferme between normal qualifying and the race. So they can change stuff after the sprint without penalty. So I think you might see teams doing that to improve their chances for the race on Sunday. Sprint qualifying has officially started. No one's leaving the garage just yet. But have you seen the Panda helmet? Alex Albon's Panda helmet. Hold on, let me see if I can find it for you. Look at the panda helmet. No. This is Alex Albon's helmet for the weekend. Absolute madness. I mean, it's a very intricate design. Fair play. So yeah, look out for that. If you see him on the broadcast, look out for the wild Alex Albon design. Do I watch any other motorsports? I try to. Samantha, I try to watch them, but there's not as much time in the day. My recommendations would be thus: World Endurance, any of the GT championships, British GT, European GT, a fantastic IndyCar as well. If you like Formula One, oh, there's Albon with his helmet. From the front on the feed, just looking at the panda mouth. Oh my god. Oh, it's funny. Yeah, if you like Formula One, IndyCar's fantastic. Touring cars, there's so many good motorsport options. I'm not much into the like MotoGP. A lot of people love the bikes. I've never been into it myself, but there's some great motorsport options out there. IMSA, for instance, is the American alternative to the WEC, and they actually had their sessions live on YouTube. So it was free. So absolutely get on that. Yeah, Alex Albon with the panda design, yeah. That's bloody brilliant. I love it. Normally, I'm like, well, all these custom designs constantly every race, but I'll let that one off. Panda, panda, panda. I got bras in Atlanta. Oh, light drops of rain. Oh, that's not what they want, guys. They don't want rain with this little track grip. We did see some spectators with raincoats on though, so I don't know if you saw that in FP1 there was a fire on the side of the track, right? Some of the grass set alight. It was actually getting quite substantial. Turns out, or what people think, is that in that corner the cars bottom out and they think a spark was carried by the wind onto the grass and that set it alight. Which is madness, by the way. This helmet cam has been an interesting addition, hasn't it, to Formula One? I mean, I couldn't watch it for long just because of the bouncing, but oh, it's raining, guys. Drivers reporting it's raining. (1:37.2). Not an amazing lap. (38.1). Russell must have had a moment to be 0.8 off. Sainz goes third. Leclerc, P1. Oof. Piastri. Yeah, McLaren said they were going to struggle this weekend, but I'm not seeing it, guys. I'm not seeing it. They look really quick. But McLaren are notoriously slow. in the slow speed corners, but they're not showing it. And this is, although it doesn't seem like it, there's a lot of slow corners on this circuit. But they're quick. They're quick. Much quicker than Mercedes. Andrea Stella, before the weekend, literally said that China will be damage limitation for us. They were expecting it to be really poor for them. And I'm not saying that it still won't be, but... It's a good lap from Alonso. Oh, Verstappen went a bit wide in the last corner there. Still goes P1. Cool. Yeah, still goes half a second quicker. It wasn't even a good exit on the last corner. Perez! What? Gravel on the end of the exit of the last corner, yeah. You better believe it's gravel. Well, to be honest, Max, I don't think had a very good last corner, but Perez being 0.3 quicker is a bit of a surprise. Gasly getting in the way of Sargent. Hi, Sean. Well, he was on the racing line. I don't think he impeded him, but Sargent did have to go around him. He was on the racing line, wasn't he? But, yeah. Zhou Guanyu only improved a slight amount. He's still in P13. Obviously, local driver, but Bottas improved significantly more, almost half a second up on his teammate again. Bottas, honestly, has been performing much better than Zhou Guanyu. And with reports that Carlos Sainz now, there was reports that he'd been offered a contract at Mercedes and he'd signed to Mercedes, but I still think Audi's the likely seat for him, and Helmut Marko let slip that they'd spoken to Sainz, but that he'd had a very lucrative offer from Audi that they couldn't match, which I found interesting. So, I mean, I think it's likely that either Zhou Guanyu or Bottas is going to lose that seat, and probably Zhou Guanyu. Well, probably Zhou Guanyu and Bottas, to be honest. I think both of them are going to be leaving that team. Well, maybe Bottas will, maybe he won't, I don't know, but... See, that McLaren's running really well. McLaren's running really well. I don't know why they were so concerned. Yeah, the Hadz was definitely in the way of Carlos Sainz. Oh, it's so slippery through there. This panda helmet's insane. I love it. It's the mouth. All F1 helmets going forward should have animal mouths at the bottom. For bants. I'd welcome it. Yeah, I do need pandas, don't I? I haven't got the track map on again because sadly it's the thing I use to show the data is problematic, let's say. George Russell needs to put this lap in. He can't have a mistake because he's in the drop zone currently. Because he didn't get a good lap in first time. I'm sure George will be fine. He just needs to get a lap in. Wait, hold on. Russell's just... Russell was 2.5 tenths down on the time of Gasly. What? No, that can't be right. Albon 17th. Pandering to the crowd. Russell is currently a 10th down on the time he needs. Okay. Russell could be in trouble here. He needs a really good final sector, does Russell? Yeah, there you go. 12th. He's gone through. Yeah, he had a few bad sectors there from Russell. Mercedes are a second off the pace of Red Bulls and McLarens. Well, of course, Joe Guan Yu isn't improving. He's coming into the pits, Crofty. Oh, the track's on fire again. It's just like FP1. It's on fire again. The sparks are setting the grass alight. Oh my god. We've never seen that before. We've never seen that before. Sparks from the skid blocks are setting the grass alight.
Yeah, we just wanted to get an idea on track Evo.
I don't think it's fake grass. I think it's dry. Or, as you say, maybe they've put something on it that's flammable. Here's the thing, though. It absolutely chucked it down on Wednesday, so you'd think the grass wouldn't be that dry. It's hardly like it's been an Australian summer or something. Oh, just throwing it out there, Sonoda's been out-qualified there by Russell. Christ, Mercedes are bad though, aren't they? Jesus. Absolutely. Absolutely bloody terrible. Did I say Russell? Or did I say Ricardo? Did I say Russell? Anyway, Sonoda's been knocked out, 19th. He's not happy. Danny Rick was what, in 14? So he just made it through ahead of Zhou Guan Yu. Just. Interesting. Russell, I've just got Russell on the mind. Yeah, he's just a handsome fellow. I mean, why wouldn't you have Russell on the mind, you know? Hmm. Interesting. You calling George Russell mid there, bestie? Is that a bit of George Russell slander? Subconscious George Russell slander? Back in 1 second. Oh. You don't think George Russell is handsome? No, come on. Come on. Objectively, George Russell is handsome. What are you talking about? Come on. You think his hyper fitness makes him... No. Right. Let me show you.
Pre-subscription received. Apparently you were doing something right, Captain.
Wolves, thank you so much. You don't think that he's objectively handsome? You don't think he's objectively handsome? I'm not talking about his abs. Listen, I'm not saying he is the best looking man in the world or something, but I don't think you could objectively say that he's not handsome. He's a handsome chap. He's a handsome chap. Come on. We've got to accept it. I mean, I'll say this. He bloody loves to take his shirt off all the time. What? What are you streaming? George Russell, he's a handsome chap. Joe's a little bit concerned about what I'm doing over here. Just like, sorry, what sort of stream is this? Is this Formula One or are you doing something you shouldn't be? I'm comfortable enough with my sexuality to admit that George Russell is a handsome chap. There's nothing wrong with looking at handsome men, guys. Nothing wrong with it. It is raining, guys. It is raining. That'll put the fire out.
How far off are we?
So it's 1 second to Perez.
They are going out on mediums, though. They're going to try and get laps in, I think. They're going to try and get laps in before the rain really cometh. Oh, Ferrari there. Is that Charles Leclerc blocking the Hadz from getting in? He's not having any of that. Hmm. Oh, it was Sainz that was blocking off the Haas. Not Charles Leclerc. They should have a rule, right? Why don't they just have a rule that cars can't exit their garage until the session has started? Why don't they just have that rule? It would stop any of this nonsense of people queuing at the end of the pit lane. Can't leave your garage until the session has started. Done. This is a problem for all the guys that are at the back, though, that haven't joined this queue then, because Charles Leclerc has just been told that they think the rain will hit on their fast lap at the end of their fast lap. So this is a problem for them. Because the further back you are, the more likely you are to contact, the rain. I don't actually... to be honest, I don't hate Nico Rosberg's commentary. I wasn't a huge fan of him, as a driver, but I admire his ability, and I think he does bring an insight as someone who's not only driven the modern Formula One cars, not ground effect, but he's driven the modern Formula One cars, won races, won a championship. So I think he's got a lot to offer. I don't mind him. My personal favorite, if I had to pick who I would like to listen to in the commentary box, it would be Anthony Davidson. Anthony Davidson is brilliant for me. If you've ever watched World Endurance Championship, he's a brilliant commentator in that as well, because he's got insight, he explains things really well. I just like his demeanor. So I'm a big fan of Anthony Davidson. Being honest, he doesn't really do commentary, thankfully, but Damon Hill's not. Damon Hill's a bloody world champion, but he doesn't bring any real insight. It sounds like often you would never know he was a champion. He sounds like just someone who watches on TV, like he doesn't really know what's going on. You don't think? David Hill doesn't actually sound like he used to race these cars to me. Yeah, I don't mind Karun. I like Martin because I think over the years Martin's brought... He's open. The thing I like about Martin Brundle, personally, I know some people don't like him, is that he doesn't claim he was a good driver. He knows that he couldn't match the other drivers when he was in Formula One, right? Some of the others. He accepts that. He knows that. He jokes about it himself. But he does bring an insight into how cars work and an experience of driving Formula One cars at the highest level. And I like his colour commentary, Martin Brundle. So I like Karun. I really like Anthony Davidson. I think Nico's fine. Honestly, if you listen to Nico in his commentary role over the years, you'd think, given his hot fight with Lewis that he'd be quite biased against him, but he honestly, he really isn't. Nico has no problem over the past like couple of years saying, oh, you know, Lewis is good and this, and giving him his props. And I think that shows you that he's, you know, he's not biased. He's good at what he does. So I have to give him credit, Nico. I think he's absolutely fine. There is one person, well, there's two people that I really don't like in the Formula One broadcast, and I don't think one of them is doing it anymore. Do you know who it is? Oh, I tell you who I've also got a lot of time for. Bernie Collins. I think she's brought some really good insight, having worked at Red Bull. Well, Herbert is one, but Paul di Resta's something about Paul di Resta. I don't know. It's something about him that I just really don't like. And Danica Patrick. I really don't. I just don't like her. I can't tell you why. It's just, I don't know. She's just got this. I don't know what it is. Do you know what I mean? Do you know, just when you listen to someone and you just don't really warm to them. I really don't like Dancia. And I've seen her over the years in IndyCar and some of the things she's done, you know, pushing people and real ego, and I just don't like her. She's not very likable at all. She really, when she was racing, she really thought she was better than she was. And I just don't like that. Bernie Collins, though. I've got a lot of time for Bernie, and I've actually got a lot of time for Naomi Schiff as well. I think she speaks very well. Danica Patrick can piss off. So, Piastri's gone just a little bit quicker than Norris there. They seem to be doing all right now. They're not worried too much about rain currently. There's nowhere near enough. It's really just sprinkles. Nowhere near enough to upset them. Sainz only goes third. Alonso goes fourth. Yes. I'm interested to see what George's time is, see if he's sorted his problem from SQ1, because he seemed to be struggling a little bit. Charles Leclerc's 3/10 up on Sainz. Sainz, yeah, I think you're right. Sainz not really showing the best. Verstappen purple middle sector, but only green first, so... Bottas up into fifth. Russell only 8th. I don't think Hamilton's lap's going to be much better. 7th. Yeah, half a second down. The Merc is just slow. It really is. Yeah. Verstappen goes quickest. Russell's going to need to get another lap in, and Hamilton as well, because Perez hasn't set a time yet. There you go. Perez crosses the line now and goes P3, so Russell needs to get another lap in. Stroll could improve as well, so Hamilton needs to get another lap in. And if rain comes, Russell will be ruined. Yeah, you've got Verstappen, who's quicker than Leclerc by 1/10. Who's quicker than Perez by less than a tenth. Piastri's only 2.5 tenths off Verstappen. Sainz is in 6th and Norris in 5th. They're about 4 tenths off. But even Bottas is only 4.5 tenths off. Bottas is pretty much the same time as Norris and Sainz. And Alonso. And then Hamilton's further back. Mercedes is just so slow. In FP1, to be fair, Hamilton did say, car's bad, mate. So George Russell is on an outlap, but apparently it is raining more. Russell is doing a lap, though, so let's see. Yeah, I don't know how Stroll's ended up in 15th. You could definitely see it raining. Oh, yeah, it's over. He's 7/10 down on... Yeah. He's given up. George is out. That sucks. Yeah, George just timed it right. He didn't get a good first lap in, and he's just... Yeah, the rain's ruined him. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely no more fire. China have gone, how can we fix this fire? Rain! It's like what happened in Dubai. I assume everyone saw the floods in Dubai. And I was talking to Joe about it. She said, oh, how's this happened? I said, well, they've been seeding the clouds. And she's like, what? And I explained, obviously, the process of, going above the clouds, chemicals, making it rain. She's like, that's not real. I said, it is. It sounds like science fiction, honestly, but it's, that seems to be what's caused their issue. Yeah, it certainly worked well, didn't it? Yeah. Zhou Guanyu gets through into SQ3 because of the rain, basically. He would definitely have been out if it wasn't for the rain. Guys, he was born in 1999. Ugh, that makes me sick. '99, Intron. 1999. Just hearing that he was born in 1999, my arthritis started acting up. Oh, God. Yeah, that puts it into perspective, Erebus. So, it's going to be very wet for SQ3. What is going to happen? I think this is Zhou Guanyu's last year, yeah. I do think Zhou Guanyu won't carry on with Stake / Audi. I think Sainz is going to go there next year, ready for Audi in 2026. And I think there's a very good chance that both Zhou Guanyu and Bottas won't be there. And there's a very good chance that both Bottas and Zhou Guanyu won't be there. I like Zhou Guanyu, but he's not been great, has he? Let's be honest. Like he's not been. Like he's being outperformed by Bottas comfortably. Every race, every qualifying. He's just not been. I don't think he's been great. So you got to remember that
gone for the extra.
Audi are taking over that
I
team.
think
Would Audi want him as one of their drivers? Well, no.
Anyway, I think you did a very good
They
job
wouldn't.
there.
They potentially want Sainz. There's reports that they're potentially looking at Hulkenberg as well. Some experience for the Audi team. Where else is Zhou Guan Yu going to go? Yeah. Williams? Maybe he could go to Haas. But again, I don't know. I just... He's not really impressed me very much.
Okay,
So
copy.
yeah. Lewis Hamilton went full Route 66. I'm only going in a straight line. Yeah. What do I think of the new F1 career mode? I'll be honest, I don't really play... I will play the new game, but I'm not really that fussed on career mode. Don't really care about it very much. We only tend to play multiplayer when we play it. So, the honest answer is I don't really have much of a thought on it, but I mean, I'm sure it's good, isn't it? For people who, you know... For people who play career, and I know there is a lot of people that just, you know, meme career. It's good. Bessie. Yeah, but you don't get his driving ability, Bestie. Oh god, it's very wet. So it's 3 minutes until the session actually officially starts. It's only an 8-minute session as well because we're in SQ3, remember? So because this is sprint qualifying, it's a little bit shorter. So there's only 8 minutes. Well, honestly, the race weekend was meant to be dry. As far as I was aware, there was meant to be rain on Wednesday, which there was, and then it was meant to be dry. I don't think there was a prediction for rain. Yeah, when I looked at that pit lane there, I thought it looked that wet, but maybe it's not. I mean, the cars have got rain. You can see that it's raining, but I have to see how bad the actual track is. Hmm. Yeah, Alpine. I actually do you know what? I think there's a chance they'll sell the team. They're doing terrible, aren't they? Like, they're just they've been on a downward spiral the past couple of years. Obviously, this car is nowhere near good enough, and I'm sure it will improve over the course of the season, but I wonder what Gasly feels like, you know, after moving there. I'm sure in his first season he thought it was a pretty good move because they weren't doing too badly and they were competing in the midfield, and now, you know, he's... Yeah. And I tell you what, Gasly has been out-qualified by Ocon, I think, 4 times. So Ocon's performing well. And those two do not get on. For those of you that don't know, they used to be very good friends when they were younger. And they had a falling out. And so, you know, they're amicable now, but they're not. They basically accepted that they would never be good friends again. You've got Alpine, owned by Renault, 2 French drivers. I mean, perfect, isn't it? Oh, Lando's already gone off. I think Mercedes will end up with Kimi Antonelli. Well, it depends if you can delay the call, Affy. There's only 6 minutes to go. It's a Ferrari in the wall. Charles Leclerc's in the wall. Oh my God, it is so slippery. There's not that much rain, but it is crazy slippy. Oh my God. I think he got away with it though. He hit square on and I don't think it broke his wing. What? Right, Verstappen's on his flying lap now. God, it's so slow, isn't it? Ay, ay, ay. Because there's actually not that much rain, but they're having to go so slow. Oh, he's off. He's off. Hashtag track limits. Oh my God. This is crazy. A tiny bit of rain, relative, but the track is obviously so greasy. Oh, it's a slippery dog. I think one of the McLarens is going to end up on pole here. Oh, Christ, Piastri. That was a good save. Well, Piastri's going to get a lap in, so fair play to him. Yeah, this could literally go to anyone. Hamilton's not happy with his tyres. Basically saying that, you know, simply not working. Perez, 2 seconds quicker. Yeah, Verstappen did have that time deleted, did he? It's pretty harsh, isn't it? It's obviously not an off track that he's benefited from. It's so weird. Zhou Guanyu for pole. Well, Bottas just went second. You know, it's literally anyone's. Hamilton came in to put a new set of inters on, but I think that was a mistake. I think he needed to stay out and get temperature in them. Honestly. Oh, Zhou Guanyu had his lap time deleted anyway.
Keep an eye on the white lines on.
Oh, Maxi.
Let you manage the shock.
Norris is going purple.
Until the race come up. And then pushing the last lap. Let me know when there's 2 laps to go.
Understood.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, he's off.
You confirm everything.
Oh, he's fine. He's fine, but he went off.
Yes, confirm. Everything is fine.
Verstappen went off into the gravel. That's going to ruin his next lap as well. Oh, and Norris went off into the gravel as well. Norris! He went second, but that lap time's going to get deleted. Alonso P1! Oh my god. Charles Leclerc, what's going to happen? Yes, Charles Leclerc did start the session by going into the barriers. That would be hilarious. Third. Yeah, Norris had his lap time deleted as we suspected. Hamilton goes P1! What? Hamilton just went a second quicker! What? Piastri? No, he doesn't. Verstappen goes second. Sainz goes fourth. Norris goes first. Hamilton started another lap, though. Hamilton started another lap. Oh, Norris got his lap time deleted. Alonso's P2. Norris got his lap time deleted. Oh, my God. Zhou Guanyu now and Bottas and Charles Leclerc. No, Zhou Guanyu stays P10. Charles? No, Charles Leclerc's sixth. He's not going to go quicker, is he? No! What? They've reinstated Norris's lap! It's Norris! What? What's just happened? How have they got rid of his lap and then reinstated it? What's happened there? Oh, this is because he went off. He went off at the final corner. So they have to get rid of that lap and the following lap. But then they've just reinstated that following lap. You can't do that. If that's the rule, you can't. The FIA can't then go, oh, actually, yeah, okay, because it's wet, we'll let you off. It's either a rule or it's not a rule.
We'll charge now to get ready for the next with the battery.
Well, sorry, you can't just change the rules. Listen, I'm happy that Norris is P1, don't get me wrong, but that's bullshit. They deleted Max's next lap. That's nonsense. You can't do that.
Okay.
If that's the rule, they got rid of the lap and the
baby.
McLaren went, oh, come on, it's raining. And they
Beautiful,
went, no, okay. That's
Simply
bullshit.
beautiful. You had me worried.
I need to see that again. I need to see exactly the situation there to see if anything was gained, not gained, or exactly what the deal was. Because we can't keep having these situations where they're bending the rules, even though I like the outcome of this. We can't. We can't. Well, Hamilton had a slow middle sector, Hamilton. But it started raining more. After Norris did his lap, it started raining more, and you saw no one improved. No one improved. But, I mean, it was a fucking great lap by Norris. It deserved pole. I just think we can't have these situations where there is this rule, so his lap time gets deleted, and then it gets reinstated because they asked for it. There needs to be some... there needs to be some consistency here. We'll see. I mean, that was really exciting. It was a very good sprint qualifying. I mean, let's be honest though. Verstappen's down in... Oh, he ended up 4th, didn't he? So you'll be all right. Was chaos. God, Alex Brundle sounds so much like his dad. So you got Lando, Lewis, Alonso, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Charles Leclerc, Piastri, Bottas, Zhou Guanyu. Well, I'll be up at 4 a.m. for the sprint. No, I haven't seen Lando's lap. I'm waiting to see it before I leave. I want to just see exactly what the crack was. Also, apparently, a lot of people thought that the track had been resurfaced. It hadn't, it'd been repaired. But they put down a sealant that made it appear as though the track was newer. Like, the sealant was like, it was like a paint. It made it look darker, like it was newer tarmac, but it wasn't. I want to see the lap. I don't want to listen to the drivers. I listen. Lando, Lewis, brilliant, fantastic. But I want to. Anyway, look, we'll see it later. I'll see it later. Right. There you have it. Now, YouTube, I'm going to say goodbye to you now. I will be back at 4 a.m. tomorrow, YouTube. So, you know, I'll see you then. Twitch, as always, it's Friday, isn't it? And so I'll be back later.